Hi, folks. I'm Max, the Indie Anchor. Little bit of a slow news day in the wrestling world, but I do have one announcement from MLW, my favorite promotion. Unfortunately, they've released 4 people. Those people being most predominantly Jordan Oliver, followed by Beastman, Boku Dow, and Leo Bryan. Now, if you don't remember Leo Bryan, it's pretty expected. He wasn't heavily utilized. He was part of the Dirty Blondes in Colonel Parker's stud stable. Now, Boku Dow did a short program with TJP a few months back. Pretty decent program, not a bad wrestler. Now, the good thing is, as always with MLW, they managed to storyline out Jordan Oliver with the assault of the 5150 stable with Danny Limelight and Slice Boogie, which is one of the things that I think that MLW does really good when they have the time and the opportunity and the performers willing. They always kind of write them out in a good way. They've done it with so many others. Sami Callihan, for example. Tom Lawler, he's going to be written out, word has it, but that match hasn't aired yet. He's going to have, I believe it was a casket match of some type or something of that nature I heard rumblings of, but that's not confirmed yet. This isn't the only loss for MLW here recently, as Low Key didn't re-sign, which is really unfortunate because I was really, really enjoying Low Key, the professional. You'll recognize him as Kaval from his WWE days. But MLW is always a solid promotion. I just feel that with the addition of the women's division, yet again, nothing against women's wrestling, but with the addition of the women's division, it's kind of taken away from some of the other title divisions. With the addition of this women's title, we're going to have 6 titles in MLW in only an hour's space a week. So that's going to leave somebody behind the curve. It's looking kind of like the tag team division, because really all they have is Los Parks and the Von Erichs. With only really 2 tag teams, what are you going to do? It's going to get stale really fast. Now, the 5150 recently added. They're going after Los Parks right now. So there's 3 tag teams. But with Tom Lawler leaving, that leaves Team Filthy. They'll disband for sure. Unless somebody else kind of takes over that situation, but you couldn't call it Team Filthy at that point because the whole reason it's called Team Filthy is Filthy Tom Lawler. So we'll see what happens. Unfortunately, no new news on Hacksaw Jim Duggan, but yet again, with his condition and his surgery today, we hope he's doing well, and we'll definitely keep you posted on that. Something to think about. We mentioned yesterday that good old JR is growing weed now. What would you call JR's strains? Mudhole Stompin' OG, Slobber Knocker. Slobber Knocker is my favorite. But, think about it, write it in the comments. And as always, folks, like, share, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at Max at the Indie Anchor, and you have yourselves a good evening.